Over the past 12 months, we've spent over $500,000 on paid ads for our clients, generating on average a 4x ROAS. Meaning, when we give Facebook $1, on average, Facebook gives us back 4. And in today's video, what we're going to be talking about is paid ads versus organic marketing. Should you be doing one or the other? Should you be doing both? All right, and what works right now in 2025 for your specific business? If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Marc-Anthony. I'm the co-founder of MW Media, where we help coaches, creators, consultants, content creators who sell education online scale their business to 7 figures in revenue. All right, let's get right into it. So, which is better? Paid ads, organic marketing, which one should you be running for your business? I mean, you've probably seen all the debates on Twitter, Instagram, people telling you you should only be running ads, right? People like myself, who majority, we run ads for clients, or, organic content marketers saying you should only do organic content, build a brand, X, Y, and Z, right? So, obviously, you're here because you want to know which one should you do. Okay, so some people only rely on organic marketing because, in theory, the leads come in better and more warm, right? So they know, like, and trust you a lot better because they've been consuming your organic content. And on top of that, organic content is far less expensive to produce than paid ads. But on the flip side, paid advertisers like myself, we love ads because it gives predictability and scale to a business. Right? So Alex Hormozi had this quote that I love. He said that paid ads, right, give you reach and visibility guaranteed. Right? Whether organic marketing, the reach and the visibility is not guaranteed. Meaning that when I spend money on ads, right, I know for a fact it's guaranteed that people will see that ad, right? An X amount of people, given the more money that you spend, obviously. With organic marketing, that's not the case at all, right? So, pros versus cons of organic marketing. All right, organic marketing compounds upon itself exponentially. All right, what that means, simply put, is 2 things. All right, so given that you post in a volume, and given that that volume is actually quality, right? So you mix quantity and you mix quality. Organic marketing compounds upon itself. Think of organic marketing almost like compound interest. All right, so if you start with $100 in your bank account, every single day. At the beginning of every single month, and it compounds 10% year over year. Year 1, you would have $100. Year 2, you would have $110. Year 3, you would have $121. Year 4, you would have $130. So far and so forth. All right. So organic marketing, especially YouTube, right? The more YouTube videos that you post, the more people will see the past videos, right? And the better the video, then the more people that the video will get pushed out to, right? And the more people can share your video, right? The compounding effects don't really replicate the same in paid ads, right? So that is a very big pro of organic marketing. Another pro is that organic marketing is far less cheaper to produce than paid ads. Now, that doesn't mean that organic marketing is free, because a lot of people conflate the two. They think that, this video right here, for example, right? I'm producing this video right here, and it seems to be free. I got my cameraman right here. I just got my laptop with all my notes, and the video's free. I'm not using any ads or anything like that. I'm just going to upload it at the end of this, right? But the truth is, this video is not free at all, right? Besides paying my cameraman and paying the editor, right? I'm paying with my time and the effort in order to produce this video, right? So all these notes that I have on my laptop right here that you're not seeing, I spent a long time and a lot of thought putting these notes together, putting this video together, which means that there was something spent, right? Time and effort. All right. So this means for businesses who don't have a lot of cash flow, it's better to maybe start out with organic content, right? It's always the best to start out with, especially when you're leveraging, your biggest resource, which is time and effort. All right. The last pro of organic content is that the organic sales process can be more profitable. All right. Meaning that per call that is booked on your calendar, more people will show up to your call. More people will close on your call. Your average order value of whatever your product should be increased as well, right? Leads come to your calls more warm. They know who you are. They already trust you. They already like you. This means that your whole business is amplified against those organic efforts, right? Because these organic leads already know, like, and trust you. They've already consumed a lot more of your content. Your organic process should be more profitable in a sense, all right? So the first con to organic marketing is it's less scalable. You may be experiencing this in yourself with your business right now. 1 month you can be making 100K per month. The next month you can be making 50K per month. Then you're back to 75K, 80K, 100K, and you're just like, yeah, my business has no predictability, right? And that's because with organic content, you're a slave to the algorithm, right? So you got to keep up with trends. You have to really know what you're doing in order to produce like quality organic content. You have to make content that's shareable, that's easily consumable, and that usually the mass market, right, will like, right, and comprehend. Okay, you don't have a consistent amount of calls booked, people closing every single month, right? You can't really project growth every single month with organic content. You can't say, yo, I put out 20 pieces of content this month. Let me put out 50 pieces of content, and my business is gonna 2x, right? That's not usually how it works, all right? So the very last con about, producing a lot of organic content is that reach and visibility are not guaranteed. They're dependent upon the algorithm. In order for a majority of people to consume and see your content, they have to share it and like it, right? And interact with that content so the algorithm deems that your content is something that more people want to see, right? And if they don't do any of those things, then your reach and your growth, right, it will be capped at a certain point, okay? So those are the pros and cons of organic content. Now let's get into paid advertising, where my business specifically specializes in, okay? So the first pro is you get outsized returns when you spend money on ads. So what this means is you get exponentially high and disproportional gains relative to the amount of effort and the investment or risk that's taken in your business. All right, so what does this mean? Okay, so if this was an organic ad, right, maybe it takes me about 5 minutes, right, to produce this video, okay, and I spend $10,000 per day on this ad. This ad could potentially make me millions of dollars for the risk and the amount of effort that I put into this one creative. Okay, that's the power of organic marketing. You can record an ad once and you can spend on it for years, depending on the platform. Meta's a lot different, right? You can potentially spend on an ad for 6 to 12 months before it starts to fatigue, but YouTube, you could spend on an ad for literally years, even though your ad costs are typically a bit more expensive, right? That one ad can make you millions of dollars, which is an insane ROI for the amount of time, effort, and risk that you put into this ad, all right? You can also reach way more people with paid ads, provided you have the resources and mainly money in order to do so. The biggest factor that determines your scale in paid ads is how much capital you're willing to risk, so essentially your risk, right? And your risk over time, right? How long are you willing to spend on money, right? In order to get an outsized return. Now, the second pro of using paid advertising versus organic content is you get predictability in your business. When you get really good at paid ads, then you can predict future revenue and future growth in your business. You know for certain that if you do X, Y, and Z correctly, right? If you get this specific opt-in rate, this specific book call cost, right? Then you know how much revenue that you'll get at the very end, which means that these inputs throughout your funnel are more predictable than organic marketing. Let me show you what I mean right here. So this is our funnel conversion calculator that we use for all of our clients, okay? So let's say you spend $20,000 per month on ads, all right? And you get about an average of let's say $10 cost per lead, all right? Which means that it costs $10 for someone to give you their name, email, and phone number when they register for your webinar, all right? Let's say that you get 30% of people to show up on your webinar, okay? That would mean that you have now a $33 cost per webinar attendee, okay? Now, let's say that you get 7% of people to actually purchase on your live webinar, which means that your cost to acquire a customer would be about $476, okay? Let's say your product is $997, all right? So that just means that you would make $41,000, right? Spending $20,000 on the front end, right? Getting about a 2x ROAS, right? So typically in our clients' businesses, we see between a 1.5 and 1.7x ROAS on the front end, and then the throughput on the back end, ascending those customers into a back end offer, is typically what you can see in a webinar. But you can see that when you spend on paid ads, let's say that you want to increase your budget by $5,000, all these metrics now change. Now you make $52,000 paying $25,000 on ads, right? So once you get really good at the paid ads game, you can then predict future growth in your business, right? Where organic marketing, you really can't get this sort of predictability to the T. You know exactly what's going to happen throughout your funnel, all right? So The third paid advertising pro is that it's a higher barrier to entry. Obviously, organic content, anyone can take a camera just like this, can have a laptop just like this with some notes and give you guys a whole bunch of value on camera. But with paid ads, there's already baked in a barrier to entry, meaning you have to risk capital, all right? Not a lot of businesses are willing to risk capital even when you're at a certain point. There is far less paid advertisers than there are organic marketers. This gives you an advantage over your competitors to actually go out there and pay for customers. All right. There's a famous quote by Dan Kennedy saying, "He who can spend the most to acquire a customer wins." All right. So famously, everyone knows Starbucks has a lifetime value of $14,000, which means that when someone transacts over the lifetime of a customer's business with Starbucks, they'll gain $14,000 from that customer. Okay, so if you could spend on customers profitably, right, gain them into your business, you could scale exponentially. All right, so we're not going to act like paid ads are all sunshine and rainbows, though. Okay, so let's get into the cons of paid ads. One, obviously, they're expensive. All right, if you're spending 5 to 6 figures per month, like our clients do, then you're fronting a lot of risk in your your marketing efforts. Even though when you do things correctly, that risk far decreases, but obviously you're risking capital, okay? You are incurring far more risk than would if you were to use organic marketing. This is why I recommend businesses at a minimum of $25,000 start to spend on paid ads, right? At that point, you should have a relatively low overhead, right? You're making $25,000, $25,000 to $50,000, which means that your offer is somewhat proven. It's working. You're selling it, okay? At this point, you can then throw a budget into paid ads, all right? So another con, more testing, all right? So there's far more testing in paid ads than there is organic marketing, right? So to get your paid ads to work at scale, you need to test a lot of creatives. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Our clients on average, we test 30 ad creatives on average. Sometimes it's a lot more than that. Sometimes it's less. But on average, we test 30 creatives every single month between our clients. All right. This amount of volume allows us to see what's working, one, and double down on the already winners that we have in the ad account. All right. You need to constantly test new angles, new creatives, new messaging, new targeting, so your ads don't fatigue and your performance improves. Okay. Now, cons. Linear growth. So what does this mean? In linear growth, the amount added in each period is constant. All right, this means when you grow linearly, the only way to grow is to increase the inputs, okay? Now, this differs from organic marketing because, like I said, you can throw up one YouTube video, okay, and it compounds over time, all right? So more people will watch your previous YouTube videos and then your previous YouTube videos and then your previous YouTube videos, okay? So YouTube being the really big caveat to this. With Instagram, it's not really like people are just going to scroll all the way back to a video that you posted a year ago, right? But specifically with YouTube, you get a lot of compounding efforts, whether with paid ads, the efforts that you get is dependent upon the inputs in your business, which is cash, okay? The greatest increase in profit usually happens on the back end of businesses who spend on paid ads. But in order to continue to grow, you have to continue to spend more money, right? Unless you pull that back end lever, introduce new offers on the back end, X, Y, and Z. I digress. That's not the point of this video, okay? So which should you do in your business right now, okay? So at this point, you now understand the pros and cons of paid ads and organic marketing, and you're probably wondering which should you focus on. All right, now I gave you the pros of paid ads and the cons of paid ads, and I gave you the pros of organic marketing and the cons of organic marketing, depending on where your business is right now. All right, and the answer is that you should do both. All right, so you watched the entirety of this video. Don't click off yet because now that you have the answer, but you should realistically be doing both. All right, but you shouldn't focus on them 50-50. So what do I mean by that? Okay, so always start with organic marketing and organic content, okay? And put 100% of your focus on organic marketing, especially when you're starting. When you want to test a brand new offer, if you don't have any previous, experience with paid ads, okay, then you want to test a brand new offer, you should test it organically at first, all right? Put 100% of your focus there. But truthfully, if your offer doesn't even work organically, the likelihood that it works on paid ads is just, so slim. I wouldn't even run the paid ads. I wouldn't even tell you to do that, all right? And when you've gotten product market fit at about 25 to 50K per month, then you should start spending on paid ads and shift your focus from organic onto paid. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't post organic videos, but your focus needs to be on cracking paid acquisition. Okay? Because when you can profitably acquire customers at scale for your business, you can make as much money as you want, right? It's absolutely insane, right? What you can do with paid ads, all right? From our experience, you're probably wondering, how much should I spend on paid ads, if I'm at that point, okay? So we recommend to do one of two things, all right? So option A is $5,000. We've seen that be pretty much the best testing budget to spend right out the gate for our clients, all right? Or option 2, spend whatever your high ticket price is, okay? So, for example, if your high ticket product is $3,500, you should spend $3,500 on ads to try to acquire one high ticket customer, okay? Because unlike, the common misconceptions on the internet, once you start spending money on paid ads, that doesn't mean that money is just going to start falling from the sky and you're going to be rich. No, there is a testing period. All right. Now, once you can crack the testing period and push through the testing period, then money starts to rain from the sky, and it's a slot machine. At that point, you get Facebook $1, I get $4 back. Right. So that's when you should be running paid ads, and that's how much money that you should start with on paid ads. So I hope you got a lot of value out of this video. I hope you learned something, right? And I hope that now the pros and the cons of both organic marketing and both paid ads for your business. All right. So if you want help scaling your business to multiple 7 figures, right? So this is what you should do. There's going to be a link in the bio. All right. It's going to be a funnel. Right. On that funnel, you're going to watch the VSL. The VSL is going to be not me, but my business partner, Brian, explaining exactly what we do, right? And how we could scale your business to 7 figures and even 8 figures, right? Then follow me on X, follow me on Instagram as well. All the links are in the bio. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching these videos. We're going to be putting out a ton more in 2025, helping you grow your coaching, consulting, or creator business to multiple 7 figures a year. I'll talk to you guys soon.